How's everybody doing today? I'm going to do a quick overview of how I do the railings. It's not a straight cut and dry process, but I will give you my process and hopefully you can work through it and figure out how it all works. But essentially, you're going to take whatever platform you want to use. I use these little coffee tables pretty often. They're a nice platform, they work. If I'm doing 2 rails, I will set up Conduit on 2 of them, and then I will just set them all on the 3rd for height. If I'm doing 3, then I do all 3. Pretty straightforward. I'm using the tables as alignment as much as possible because you don't have a lot to work with here. Other things that are useful in the game for alignment is the mosaic tile. It has a really nice grid to your floor if you're trying to get stuff straight. But for the sake of this one, we're going to do 3 rails. And this part is a little finicky. You're going to fiddle with these quite a bit before you finally place everything, because even though naked eye this looks somewhat straight, once you start adding longs to this, then it is quickly apparent how crooked your setup is. And this is super finicky. You will fiddle with this for a bit. Sometimes I'll put one on and then they want to be really dumb, and then I'll move one to where I want to put it. And sometimes it gets really weird. You'll put additionals on to come out here. Take this one. There we go. And then we have 3 rails. But you get the idea. You can see pretty quickly how straight or not straight things are. So use that for reference. So the idea is you place these as a template or a jig, and then these will stay when you move that. And you want to store these and not scrap them because they cost copper to make, but they don't give you copper when you get rid of them. Just be mindful of that. So if I'm going to do a railing around this perimeter here, move this top one. See if we can get her straight. And see if I'm too close for this to snap in. So, too close for that to snap in. Now, that being said, it's possible that I could move this out just a smidge and get it lined up. But ideally, we want to try to get it. It'd be nice to get these in. So that's too far in. And sometimes you might need the flamethrower to really dial this. If you're wondering how I'm moving it like that, you can actually hold the place button, like the button you use to place it, and then move around with the mouse, and it'll kind of move flatly, if that makes sense. Like if it's straight, it's going to stay straight. So this does not want to go. That it's not always a deal breaker, because sometimes you can take flamethrower, burn the wall down, sometimes they will go. This is not that time, but I think I can do this by moving over just a smidge. Because it's hitting the frame, I think. Yeah, it's still in the frame. Continuity say that's being weird. You're gonna have to add an additional. If you grab it and it moves, an additional one, then we're gonna grab this out, put our railing back in, and then the pieces that you moved out, you just need to replace and rebuild. Again, you're not going to get this on your first time. It's going to take a few times to figure out how it works. It is crazy finicky. Like that, it does not want to go. And it may take a few times. Sometimes you put it on wrong. Then you can fix it easier. But you may need to do again, make sure you're storing them, not scrapping them. And it wants to fight with me. I rarely do these in multiple takes, but I end up actually restarting this a few times because I had it fighting with me. So, now this is there for that one. Repair the wall. And then you can keep growing from there. Let's put it along. I think I have it lined up enough where it should go all the way around. But again, you may have to fiddle with placement. Like this is a little wide, so you might have to figure out different widths and stuff to get it to fit perfectly. Like this one might take two of the mediums, even though it looks like it's the same length. It's actually different slightly. It ends up being like the curves cause different lengths, different angles, so they're, oh, you being silly. I'm just gonna do the big curve on here just to tidy this up. Like I said, I know the alignment's not perfect, but that's where you're gonna have to tinker with and play with the widths and everything, get her to line up perfectly. Like sometimes you can use a doorway, but you get the idea. That's just a quick and dirty way to do railings. And then if you want to merge stuff in like this light pole, just gonna have to hit it with a flamethrower or put the light pole in, damage it, and then run through and set it up. But you take your time, and then you can pull off, you know, like this. Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. If you liked this video, definitely hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications, catch the next video. I do stream on Twitch every day, twitch.tv/whataboutbob. hopefully I can see you guys next time. Have a good one.